Baby, it's time to ride the funk train. It's Funkmaster V
Was
and his sick little buddy John Stoll the second. What's going on over there? You don't have to cough. We believe you're sick.
oh, I'm so sick. No, yeah, I'm under the weather today, so forgive me if I don't bring my usual high energy that you guys expect. But yeah, I feel pretty rough right now, so I'm gonna lean on Vinny more than usual.
Well, you were talking about you never had COVID,
Nope.
and you work in a place that you could be exposed pretty easily to COVID. You work at a bus station toilet inside of the bowl.
As a bus, yep. As a bus station toilet, yep.
But and I've never had COVID, and I suggested that we should mate and create a super baby, and you did not say no yet.
No, I mean, I'm considering it.
It's for science.
Right.
It's to keep retro gamers on the planet for years and years to come.
Hey, whatever it takes for the survival of the species, I guess.
Hey, it's just science. Hey, a lot of stuff coming down the pike. Man, I got a lot of just when we went live. I got a bunch of
I heard your
messages
phone going off.
I
Yeah.
just got a bunch of interesting messages, but I'll have to wait until after the show. And some of it's about Atari. It looks like too.
Right.
But this is our Thanksgiving episode. A little bit, we're like an office party that has a Christmas party in January, which that happens sometimes. So we're a
Right.
Thanksgiving episode on December 1.
That's not too far off.
Not too bad.
It's only what, 8 days past Thanksgiving?
Oh, is it that many?
I think so. A week would have been yesterday.
Oh my God, we're out of fashion.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on here. So we got 5 things that we're thankful for.
Yep.
And 5 things we're not thankful for with Atari. Do you want to start with that, or you want to go over the news and all this other stuff going on?
You know what? Let's just get right into it. Let's get through the
Okay.
segment here, and we'll jump into the news afterwards.
Now, how do you want to do this? You want to do this where we alternate?
Yeah, let's alternate.
Okay, and we'll do like 5 and work our way like the 5th most or the 5th least.
Yeah.
And we'll end. Okay, and then do you want to do negative first or positive first?
Why don't we? Yeah, let's do positive. We'll let people roll in. They like the negative.
Yeah, we'll skirt over. Okay, do you want to go first or do you want to go second?
Yeah, no, I'll start us off here.
Beautiful.
So my first thing to be thankful for with Atari is, of course, the history, all the old stuff that we have. So, Atari, we're going to get into the new stuff. They're obviously doing a lot of cool things today that we're grateful for. But I think a lot of people overlook the older stuff. And I'm not even talking about their older re-release stuff. But, the fact that you can still pop in a 2600 cartridge and it works first try for me. And not even my NES games do that. Same thing with 7800, 5200. I haven't had to blow in one of those yet. So, I mean, the history is incredible. And as I dig deeper into it with the Atari network, it's really fascinating. It really is. So I think it's easy.
We can plug our own channels. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
too?
why not?
So I don't understand. This is your 5th most. This is the 5th.
Yeah,
on
we'll
your
call
list,
it 5th.
5th, and you're thankful for the Atari history, is what you're saying.
Yeah, for everything they've done in the past.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
That feels like I don't know. That feels like
a catch-all.
It's also cheap. No, I that's a good one.
Hey, you're supposed to bring the class. I'm just
Oh shit, we're in trouble. I bring class with a K.
So what are you thankful for?
All right, my 5th favorite thing for Atari that I'm thankful for is. Hold on a second. I got a gummy stuck in a hole in my teeth. I have holes in my teeth. I'm not doing a THC gummy or anything. I take vitamins. Anyway, I have holes in my teeth because of pro wrestling. But anyway.
Oh wow.
That's going to irritate me. Yeah, I got
what do they do? Knock your teeth out or
I used to wrestle this guy named Jerry Lee a lot. And he kind of looked like Daryl Dixon, but he was like 6'6". and he was famous for a clothesline. He would pitch in the ropes, and he'd say, "Clothesline stiff," and he at least 3 times chipped back molars when I was basically being knocked to my ass on the ground. And this was earlier. Now, if I had been around, this was when you're in the beginning of your career. Later in your career, that wouldn't have happened so much. So, or that wouldn't have happened at all, especially now. Now that wouldn't have, I would have.
So he knocked your teeth out, and you had to say, "Thank you, sir. That was a great match."
Well, you try to be respectful,
right?
But nobody should be injured.
No.
So that was, of course, he didn't mean to chip my teeth or anything, but I still got a. I'll tell you what, we have nobody in the chat yet. And we tried to promote this. I don't know what the hell, dude. Nobody likes us.
Hey, it's the holidays.
So I'm gonna right now use a knife.
You're gonna cut the abscess, let it drain out.
I'm gonna try the damn gummy out of my.
So you're watching Vinny live. He's gonna be going to the hospital in about a few minutes here.
Oh, it's
Did
free.
you get it out?
Woo!
Okay.
Yeah, thank God. I get all my vitamin there. All right.
All right. Fifth thing you're thankful for. Number 5.
My 27 good teeth. Number 5, and this is going to surprise you, and this may be somebody just posted. This is why I tune in. This is why this is going to surprise some people, because this is a taboo subject. But I'm thankful, number 5, that Video 61 is shooting their shot. And I know a lot of people who are familiar with Video 61, they think Peter's nuts or he's a jerk, or I'm not sure even what's going on. But Peter over at Video 61, John, if you think about it, honey, Video 61 is now the biggest independent Atari 7800 homebrew machine now.
Oh God!
Because Atari Age just got assimilated.
Yeah.
To Atari, and so now Video 61, and not only, and we'll talk about this later, but they're coming out with a Moon Patrol port and a Solar Fox port, and the Solar Fox port, I got to tell you, looks pretty good. So hats off to them for, and I know they support all the systems and stuff, but we are 7800 centric. But Video 61 stepping up to the mic.
Yeah, that's crazy. They are the biggest independent Atari homebrew company, of course.
For the 7800.
I would think for the 5200 too. They have a lot of stuff for 5200 as well.
Yeah,
so
because it's synonymous with the computers. So yeah,
right, yeah, and an Atari 8-bit. So that's crazy to think of. I did not think of it like that.
I didn't either until I was making this list.
It'd be interesting to see if they could get more developers in the fold. I like what Peter does, but.
And Lee is Lee with him? I can't remember the guys' names.
Lee. I don't know. I only know of Lance and Peter. So
Lance. I knew it was something with an L.
Yeah, Lance.
Lance and Peter. All right, so that's my number 5.
Wow, very interesting. Well, it looks like you dug deep. Mine are.
Well, brother, I've been doing this shit for 20 years, baby.
Yeah, you got to get in the weeds. See, I'm still in my first 6 months, so I can say Atari is good. I like Atari.
I like the Fuji. It's cool.
Sometimes there's a rainbow.
Yeah.
So very cool. Man,
number 4 for you. Are you feeling self-conscious?
Yeah, my list really is awful now that I
all right, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll do my 5, and then whatever you want to add.
There you go. Yeah, because anybody that just joined in, I'm under the weather anyway, so
yeah,
I'm gonna lean on Vinny here.
All right, I love you close. All right, number 4. I'm thankful. The Atari 50th anniversary celebration is getting new games for every platform, and I think one of them is Double Dunk because they put a clue. We should have done that too, is to have the clue and see if anybody in the chat. Could have deciphered. They put a clue out with a bunch of little emojis, and there's a basketball, a goal, a basketball, and a goal, and I think that's Double Dunk. I hope it's one-on-one basketball is what I hope. But
Oh, it's got to be Double Dunk.
Because it's Electronic Arts does. But there's 3 other games, and they're giving it to us for free. And so every Atari 50th celebration platform, whether it's on Xbox or Switch or Steam or the VCS, you can get 4 new games coming tomorrow. Tomorrow. So December 2nd. Pretty cool. That's going to make me dust off the 50th celebration, which I need to get back into playing some Vector Sector.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic. And they said there's going to be one for every platform. Is that confirmed?
I didn't know that.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
No, I lied. What I mean is
for every platform, the 50th.
Yeah, so like sometimes the VCS is left out, even they're getting the free games is what I mean. Yeah.
Let me see if I can bring that up really fast. Because I want everybody to take a look at these. I have not been able to decipher any except for
I know the first one has a blue square and an orange square, and those are complementary colors. They're also I was thinking of like I remember the second emoji is corn.
Right.
So I'm thinking like checker corn.
Checker corn.
Then I'm thinking complementary corn, vegetable, ear. It's an ear. Is there something like
ear? Yeah, corn, stalk, maybe.
Stalk. Ooh. Stalk is a word that would be in a video game.
That's what I thought. But I thought like dungeon stalker somehow, but that's already
starch.
Yeah, starch, yeah.
Crop. I mean, there's a lot. Vegetable.
How come?
Ear. Did we say that already?
Ear. Yep, you said that.
Well, wait a minute. Ear. Who knows? Blue, orange, ear. Who knows? This is terrible television here, so let's move on. But when you pop that up, we'll get it up. Number 3 on my list, why I'm thankful, is the Recharge series. They keep putting energy into this series. It's probably the flagship. It's obviously the flagship series on the Atari VCS, and all of them have been at least pretty good. None of them have been bad so far. So they just released Berserk. There's mixed people, but I mean, everybody has to admit that it's fairly fun, even if you don't love it or you're a bit disappointed. What do you think about the Recharge series?
No, yeah, I had that on my list too, and yeah, it's fantastic. Even the bad ones aren't really bad. I shouldn't even say bad. Even the less stellar ones. Like I think when we I initially got the VCS, we talked about Recharge games. I kind of said I was disappointed in Asteroids Recharge, but really even that one wasn't bad. It was just
well, you're really good at it. Do you have the aspiration to try to be number 1 on that list?
No, something about it didn't grab me the way I would have liked. Definitely not like the 7800 version did. But
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of excellent games that I wouldn't have tried otherwise. Quantum Recharge. I bought that after watching, I think, your video on it. And I'm surprised at how much fun that is. Same thing with Black Widow Recharge. For as simple as that game is, that one really grabbed me. I'd like to get ranked on that one day.
The only thing about Black Widows, I feel like it's very close to the original game.
Right, and that's how I feel about Asteroids too. So,
and again, that's good. I guess it's because they went. We're like Star Wars fans. When they go too derivative, we complain, and when they go off in the left field, we complain. It's kind of like, Berserk was a little odd, and we all bitched about it. So, number 2 on my list is Atari 7800 on the VCS. I'm thrilled that you can buy downloaded homebrews. I guess the Atari 7800 homebrews on the VCS.
Oh, and
it's exciting to see Bob's game up there and 2 of Muddy Funster's games, and hopefully we'll start getting some Night Guy. Sometimes, we'll get some of Vlad's games, Revan Tully's games, M.K. Smith's games, and some others. All Video 61. Of course, I think Video 61 are all normally ports, but
yeah. Well, Peter said he's working to make more original content.
Mike Sarna. So the whole gang, Bido Empire, all these guys that release these cool games.
Hopefully don't forget anybody.
I'm sitting there, Franco Dragon,
Yeah.
Gambler, and
Yep.
so I'm just trying to think of it, and now I've lost. There's probably 10 I forgot. And number one, I'm
Daryl.
thankful for. Yeah, Daryl. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
How could I forget Daryl? I knew I'd forget. Number one, I'm just thankful that Atari's making products. I mean, that may be a lame number one, but I mean, Atari's back. I mean, I'm getting emails every day about new things in Atari. There's 2 things today that have been released or announced.
Yep.
That's kind of interesting, and I'm looking online, and Atari things are popping up. The little My Arcade Atari Portable is on sale for $29, and that actually has like Nintendo games and stuff. Yeah. And I've thought, man, that's really cool. If I ever have to bus ride or something, that'd be kind of fun to horse around with.
Right.
You know, and the little mini arcade Atari 50th thing. They have an Atari 50th arcade 1-up with a riser that you can put in your house. So there's constant, you know, and of course the 2600 plus, Atari Ages games. I mean, the VCS releases. So I mean, it's like the clothes even. Yeah. So it's like there's information and stuff flying everywhere, and it's awesome. It's awesome and it makes me happy. Makes me happy.
Yeah, same here. I had that on my list too, pretty high up. I think the variety of products too, the licensed stuff, the stuff that they're releasing, like you said, if you want, you can get a full size. I guess they're not quite full size, but large Atari 50th arcade machines for a couple $100 that were licensed to whatever that arcade company is. 1-up,
arcade 1-up, yeah.
Yep. You can get the miniature ones, the Game Station Pro, as Mark Racer says. It is really well done for what it is. 2600 plus portables. So they've really hit a lot of areas with, I would say, mostly quality products. There's very few duds in that group, I would say, out of everything I've read and tried.
I imagine you're one of the youngest guys that would ever watch this podcast, and you're the host of this podcast. But most guys are in their 40s or 50s, and there was a desert season, you know, there was a wilderness where there was nothing coming down the pike, and you know, that's why everybody loves Bob so much. Not only is Bob's games are great, but he really for the 7800, man, he was the godfather of breathing life back into that system. And everybody knows the 7800 system was overlooked and undervalued. So I mean, now there's legitimate stuff where the homebrew world is taking a back seat to the corporate Atari, which is insane. You know,
that is crazy, because there was a time when once a year, maybe with Video 61 stuff, 2 or 3 times a year. I mean, there was a time we didn't get anything. You're right. Yeah. That was probably about the time I started paying attention to it. But now we were getting one announcement from Atari Age a year, one from Video 61, maybe 2. And that was it. And now we have more stuff coming from Atari than the homebrew people, which is incredible, I think.
So that's my top 5 things I'm thankful for. Hello, Jolt. Jolt's in the chat too. But what do you have anything to add to the top 5?
No, I think things? Our lists were pretty comparable. Of course, I had the XP releases, 2600 plus, and their focus on the classic stuff, which I think it was cool. Not everything XP related was for me, but when I saw Save Mary pop up, that's a game I had my eye on forever, it feels like.
And those long legs, baby.
Yep. So,
well, and they just released Fatal. They've announced Fatal Run again.
Yep.
I don't like the art. I like the old artwork better than that one. But that was another dud for me. But anyway, getting on to the negative side, I'll start off with this. You have any other negatives? We'll.
Do you see my dog popping in here?
I thought that was just.
Come here.
I thought that was just. I was going to call a poltergeist priest or something later.
I can't get him in frame. He's way too big. Get out of here, dummy. Okay.
Well, you gotta have them big in Toledo, though. If you have little dogs up there, they'll get shot and sold into slavery. All right, so 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the things that I'm not thankful for. Um, Odd Atari omissions from the VCS store. Now, we can't really talk about the VCS without saying that they've improved the rate of games coming into the store exponentially.
Right.
Exponentially, they have they've done an amazing job. Um, but there's a few things that are available from Atari on other platforms, such as Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'd like to play that on
Okay.
the VCS.
Yeah.
Lunar Lander is not going to be on it, I don't think. Pong Quest, which I have on the Switch, which doesn't end the world, but it's just like that's not a game. It looks very much like Atari Mania. It's like, why
Really?
do they? Yeah, it's a pretty good game. You take the it's a bunch of pongs and you can doll them up to make them look like Freddy Krueger or race car drivers or
Oh,
spacemen
wow.
or whatever. And it's a pong game, but there's a little story, and the pong paddles are the characters, and it's cute and whatever. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
the best thing in the world, but it's pretty cool. And it would have been great to have that with the classic controller instead of a joystick on the Switch. I don't know why they haven't done it. And also, like Quamp 1 and 2, which is another two Pong games, they've omitted from their store that they've released on the Steam and other things. So, again, I understand the developers maybe didn't want to do
Yeah.
it, but that's something I'm not thankful for. Any thoughts on the omissions?
I mean, I don't. I think it's hard to be upset with the 52 or not 52 the VCS releases we got this year. This has been the
Yeah.
biggest year. I know there's probably some, like you said, there's some omissions. I really wish we would have got Pong Quest. That sounds kind of cool, but
Yeah, it is. It's. If you like Atari Mania, which I know you do, and you're going to do a video on your channel soon,
yep,
and I'm the same way. I'd try Coaster Tycoon on the VCS. I'm not going to
yep,
buy it in that for a long time. We're talking about the desert period that we were talking about a few minutes ago. Roller Coaster Tycoon is the only damn thing they really had. They had like a
yeah,
shitty racing game for a while, but Roller Coaster Tycoon is about the only thing they had. Number
yeah.
4 on my list of things I'm not thankful for, Neo Sprint.
Ah,
Neo Sprint went from being one of my favorite, or I wouldn't say favorite, but I like the game.
okay,
And when I talked to you about it, you were
right.
like, this game sucks. Like you're being too harsh on it. And as I played it, you beat the game. I can't get past some freaking
Jobber,
horse faced freaking anime dork. And I started playing Ivan Stewart's. I
yeah.
played Badlands, which is a Sprint Master sequel, and I played Super Sprint. And I was like, this game can't compare to any of those. It's only
Wow.
better than the original Sprint. So it's a huge step backwards. So screw you, Neo Sprint. I'm going to do a
No.
review when they're done messing with it. I'm going to do a review on Neo Sprint. It's going to be probably the worst reviewed VCS game so far.
See, I think I don't know what you're missing. You're totally wrong on that. They've improved it so much since it came out.
What?
When it came out, it was pretty rough around the edges. Yeah, now it's I almost feel like it's too easy, honestly.
What? What car do you use?
Usually the Asteroids Formula 1 racer.
I haven't
But see,
unlocked the asteroid
if
shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
if you get all gold cups on the
You
first,
can't. I can't. There's 2 races I can't win. And we'll have to talk
yeah,
about this off the air. They look like the intestines. It's like a
right,
double
that's
B or
most of them.
something.
Okay,
Right. But like the
yeah,
double B on the corners, they're kind of like a symmetrical, like a Rorschach test thing
right.
where it does that. I hate it. Plus,
I
there's
don't.
still a lot of bugs in it.
Yeah, there is still some bugs in it. I agree with that. They still got to work on it. But there's no longer a single race with all 8 cars in it, which
Okay.
I think was
That,
way too easy. Okay,
well,
well, I guess I'm in the minority here, but I like it. I don't know.
I did in the beginning. But here's the thing: Badlands, which is badass.
Right.
You should play that on an emulator.
Yeah, I haven't played that yet.
3 cars. Sprint
Oh,
Master, 4 cars. Not
yeah,
Sprint
yeah,
Master, Super Sprint, 4 cars.
right.
Ivan Stewart's Off-Road Racing, which basically
Yep.
stole that. I don't know how they legally did that. That's basically the same game. 4 cars.
Right.
That's all you need. When you
Yeah,
have
I
8,
guess
it's
so.
and then they sit there and they purport that there's going to be 8 multiplayer, whatever.
Well,
Who the
that
fuck
could
is
be
going to?
fun.
Who? Who in the world do you know? All these people in the chat, they can't even buy the game because of the VCS zip code thing.
They fixed that yesterday.
I know. We're going to talk about that in a second too. But anyway,
okay,
we disagree on that, obviously.
Yeah.
So number 3 is on my list of things not to be thankful for. The club gear clothes aren't cutting it for me.
Yeah.
They've done the haunted house theme. They've released Club 72, which I didn't even know Atari was around in 72. They were making Computer Space.
Yeah.
And then they did Camps Atari.
Yep.
None of those clothes are cool. I'm sorry, the members only jacket, it would be real easy to make cool Atari clothes. It ain't working for me. So what do you think about the Club Atari clothes?
Yeah, no, I agree. The Club Atari stuff is a huge miss. But you think that wouldn't be too hard to do, right? You wouldn't think.
Put a Fuji on anything.
Right.
It looks cool.
Yeah, I don't their apparel right from the start with a speaker hat. I think they've kind of missed the mark on the apparel. Yeah. Which is crazy because I can go on Amazon and find 10 shirts that I'd love to have, but Atari themselves don't seem to have.
They have a Gravatar shirt I like, and they have a Centipede shirt that I bought already.
Oh, okay.
And the Gravatar shirt, but I mean, it's like 2 T-shirts out of 25.
Right.
I mean, it's not that good. So, yes, you agree with me. Number 2 on my list of things not to be thankful for. Is there too much Atari stuff being released?
Okay.
And we're talking about the portable.
Okay.
My Arcade. Yeah. The little tiny Atari 50th machine that I don't know anybody that would sit there and actually play that without breaking it. The Atari VCS Arcade 1 arcade machine. Okay. The Games Station, what is it called? The
Game Station Pro.
Game Station Pro, the Atari 2600 Plus. Racer. And we keep regurgitating the same titles.
Right.
And how many times can we buy something because we like Centipede for the 2600? Is it getting a little long in the tooth, John?
Yeah, I think they released too many of them during the same period of time.
Exactly.
So and at the end of October they came out with the portables, and then middle of November, I think even before that. Well, either way, they came out pretty much one after another. I think every week we were getting something new. And I wish they would have stretched it out over the year. I think initially they were going to, but something might have happened there. But I guess I would agree. I would definitely agree that how many times can we rebuy the 2600 games over and over again? It was cool when you got your first flashback. It was cool when you got the first handheld. Now, I don't know. But see, that's why I was so happy with the Game Station Pro, because they at least tried to throw other stuff in. I wish they had more, but they at least tried. So, and they gave you the ability to
expand, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
So hey, Obsidian.
Hey, Obsidian, how you doing? And then Sabretooth's back with his.
Yeah, he's right. They've diluted the market, especially for collections.
Yeah.
Now the 2600.
It's going to bite them in the ass. Is my thing. It's. I know what they're doing, but I'm not buying anymore. I bought. It's funny for my dining room. I bought the Atari Pong cabinet from Atari this week.
Did you?
The sit down, because I'm going to use it as a table. And I kind of have like this in my house. Okay. There's kind of like an arcade pool hall movie thing in the front room. Okay. And so it looked good. I just needed something in the back corner, and my wife can put all her shopping bags in there because there's a big vacant space. But again, I'm about done buying these compilations and stuff.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Sorry. Well, like Sabretooth said, the 2600 Plus is a little bit different. So I mean, they can do it. I think again, the 2600 is their bread and butter. We all know that. 7800 seems to be generating more interest. The Jaguar 5200. I see more and more people interested, but I don't think it's nowhere near as many as 2600. So they need to find new ways to present that to us, I think.
They're ignorant. And that's what I'm saying is when the 7800 meant when they start, and I've got a mysterious email I want to read everybody. I'm not sure who sent this to me.
Ooh.
And I'm getting through the website. What happens is it goes to my junk mail for some reason, even though I have no idea.
Convenient.
So it takes me a while to go through and find my Atari 7800 emails from Atari7800forever.com. And so anyway, we have a mysterious email about something that you just said that you may find interesting here. We'll talk about that in a minute. But my number one thing I'm not thankful for, of course, would be the zip code issue for the Atari VCS. It hasn't affected me, but there was an informal poll online, and up to 38% of the people trying to buy games can't.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep. And that's outrageous. And that's probably why Wade Rosen isn't going to, if what you said last podcast is true, and they kind of put the VCS on the back burner, it's going to be because they can't get the damn thing to run right.
Yeah.
All right. You agree with that?
Number one? Not as my number one. I had 2600 plus leaves cartridges behind as my number one, because that was the tagline for the 2600 plus. No cartridge left behind. Which, if you just read that, now imagine you don't pay attention, you don't watch our podcast, you don't follow the Facebook groups, and you just see it in an advertisement.
Thought you were attacking me for saying you're using the royal you. Okay.
Yeah, you just see, oh man, I used to have a 2600. What? No cartridge left behind. So you pull all your games out of the closet, and you find out that some of them don't work. You had Rampage for the 7800, and it doesn't load, or.
That's a good one. Even though I think there's a team of people working on fixing these issues, and somebody just my mysterious email. What the hell is that? Is that you sick, or is that your dog?
That's my dog's having a WrestleMania match behind me.
Okay, I thought that was something inside of your chest. I was like, let's call it a night. Go to the hospital.
No, not yet.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I'm not excited about the 2600 plus because I'm going to tell you something, John.
Okay.
The Atari 7800 or the Atari 2600 plus, I already blew my comment, is a 7800.
Yep.
It's a modded 7800.
Yeah,
but they're smart because this is one of this is the other thing about Atari. They're smart. Nobody gives a shit about 7800. Me and you do.
Yeah, that's right.
there's 200 people that watch this shit.
Joel cares.
Well, yeah, there's like 300 or 400 of us that care.
Yeah.
The world cares about the 2600.
Right.
And so calling it a 2600 plus it was astute, because if I was an Atari, I'd have been like, call it a 7800. No. Forget about it.
Yeah, I thought like 7800 Pro or something would be nice.
Nobody would give a damn. Nobody knew what it was. It's all nostalgia.
Socrates. Yeah, I'm
Socrates, the philosopher.
Yep. He said,
"You are sick." He's been dead a long time, man.
I'm seeing stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty well drugged up for the podcast, so but I love your philosophy.
Some good stuff. And you were great in Bill and Ted. Yeah. So let's see. Good point, Vinny. Oh, from a marketing perspective, the 2600 is more valuable and known than the 7800. Yeah, obviously. Yep. Now, I think the thing that is really cool is the fact that sexily, well, maybe not that. I shouldn't use that adjective, but slyly, that's a better one. The 2600 plus may gravitate human beings into the 7800 market. Yep. If we can keep people away from the shitty 7800 games and steer them towards the home brews and the ports and the like what I always call the Pro System 9, which were the 9 all original games, then people can be like, the systems is cool. So
Yeah.
and get some fans over that way. All right. Well, that concludes our Thanksgiving part of this.
Yep.
I want to run.
Thanksgiving's over, guys.
Yeah, go back to bed. And eat, if you have any more turkey, it's probably bad at this point.
Oh yeah, don't touch that.
Couple news bits. Nova Wolf has been announced by Video 61.
Yep.
It's a Solar Fox port. It looks really good. What do you think?
Yeah. I got mine ordered. Obviously, I order everything they do. But yeah, I'm more excited for this one than I was for Delta.
I haven't got Delta. You're not a fan.
No.
Omega Race is a weird game. Alpha
Yeah.
Race I thought was pretty good, even though you have to adjust the gameplay. But you say Delta Race was a dud.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
But Nova. But the problem with Solar Fox, though, my problem is I always thought that game was really weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird looking. It's like a kind of a combination. It looks like It looks like Time Salvo by Mike Sarna mixed with Pac-Man or something in outer space.
Yeah, I could see it. I think it looks much better than their last one, so I'm excited to get this one.
Yeah. Also, they have announced. Let's see if I can find it here on the VCS store. Which it appears that their Black Friday sale is still rolling.
Yep.
And that I think the best thing is they have their controllers on 40% off.
Oh wow!
And I'm mortified that the classic controller is going to take a crap, and the modern controller will take a crap. So if you have extra scratch, it's a good time to get some extra controllers in case the inevitable happens.
And the VCS itself is really. You sent me the link the other day. What's it down to for just the
179? I think you can get a VCS in the store on the Atari website for 179. I think, or even less.
You had one. Oh wait, yeah,
that was the Game Station Pro on Instagram right now is 109.
Yeah, that was the other one. That's right.
Is that Game Station?
No, it was 2600 plus.
2600 plus. That's right.
What, an Instagram? Was that a coupon or promotion or something?
I have no idea. So if you're out there and you haven't bought the PlayStation or the 2600 plus, it's on Instagram for $109, whatever that means. I don't know how you buy shit on Instagram. There's a couple of blonde girls that bounce up and down for me on Instagram. That's what I use that for.
There you go.
Mr. Run and Jump is up for Platformer of the Year. So Atari is back. What's the Shaq News?
By Shaq News. Everybody knows Shaq News, right?
That's
Shaquille O'Neal's website.
I was about to say I was never a fan of him. I was a Knicks fan, but I'm glad he's into retro gaming. This is actually all gaming. So Atari is packed. Do you think the people that are going to be looking at that, whoever watches Shaq News, do you think they're going to be sitting there going, Atari? Atari is around?
Well, it's going up against Super Mario Wonder.
Yeah.
Disney Illusion Island, which I have no idea what that is. Sonic Superstars, Convergence, A League of Legends Tales, and Gravity Circuit. So I honestly, if it weren't for Super Mario Brothers Wonder, I actually think it would have an okay chance.
I've never played it. Have you? It's on sale right now.
No, I haven't played the whole. It's on my list. Now that the zip code glitch is done, I could pick up the.
I just don't know. I'm not a platformer, and everybody says it's incredibly hard. So it's just I hate playing platformers.
Yeah,
like that. Jumping platformers. There's two types of platformers. There's like a Popeye and Donkey Kong, and then there's like Mario.
Where the jumping kills you.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is going on here. I guess I will start. What was I saying? It was also we already mentioned the zip code feature is fixed on the VCS store.
Well, hold on. You teased us with the email.
I was going to say that to the end. I thought I wrote down There
Stay
was,
tuned.
we already hit. Oh, Millie and Greg, which I hope is
Yeah.
not confused with Millie and Molly.
Yeah.
Has been released. It's a little girl trying to save her cat platformer on the VCS, which actually looks pretty badass, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I as soon as I saw the title, I did think it was maybe like a sequel to Millie and Molly or something. So
But the scene looks like it's out of it looks like a souped up version of the boss fight with Bowser from Super Mario Brothers. So it looks pretty
right.
crazy. Then something called Battle Rock, which a bunch of anime drawings is jumping up and down with huge boobs.
That's on the
Uh,
VCS?
yeah,
Oh
and
wow.
it's I think it's I got to do some more research, but I think it is. I think like I could play you and we could play each other.
And we bounce against each other.
We'd bounce our little big boobed chickies at each other, I
Well, that could
guess.
be fun.
It just depends on what kind of
You
mood
know,
I'm in.
if we did that on the podcast, we'd probably get more views.
That's true. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. And so is what else is okay. That's pretty much everything else except this email. So and you saw we'll do one more thing before we do this email. Super Pac-Man, Atari 7800, Bob Day Crescenzo, Pac-Man Plus,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
eBay listing. What is it selling for?
What was it? $150? Was it? Buy it now?
$150. So the aftermarket Atari Age homebrew shoot up to the moon prices have
Is
started already.
starting, yeah. Yeah,
I think
Bob does good games, but don't spend that much on any. Well,
hey, you can if you want, and
I mean, if you want to, yeah.
also I think in Christmas time it's bad. I guess guy needs some Christmas scratch, but I think
Yeah.
around tax times when those things will shoot up to the moon.
I mean, at that point though, why wouldn't you just get a game drive and just
People like
I don't know.
collecting.
I
People
know
like
they do.
yeah.
I bought a lot of expensive games, so I should just
You
shut
should
up.
shut up. You're a
Just
hypocrite.
yeah.
Sit down. Okay, so mysterious email time.
All right.
I'm saying it's mysterious, like it's going to we're going to be able to follow clues and go find some buried
Yeah,
treasure or something.
I'm
But this is
intrigued.
from a guy named, and forgive me for having to put on. I'm old now. We're all old, so you guys will forgive me. This is from a guy named Mark Lawler, like the wrestler, but he also misspells his first name. So I don't know if any of this is true. I'll just go out and put this. This may all be rubbish, but this is a lot of interesting information. I don't know why he sent it to me like this, because he wasn't like, "Hey Vinny" or "Hey Funkmaster" or whatever. He was like a bunch of
Hey,
information. But I think this is really interesting, and maybe you know some of it. Maybe the people here know all of this, and I'm just wasting their time. But I didn't know any of this.
okay.
It's titled, John, Ricky and Vicky for the 2600 plus.
Okay.
Is that interesting or newsworthy to you?
Yeah, it would
Okay.
be.
Okay. I didn't know. And this was posted by the developer of Ricky and Vicky, so we know him as Tell Chow. There's an interview that we have
Yeah.
on our website or my website, and you have another video with him. Really cool guy, and he sent me. I don't know if I told him thanks. Thanks, Tell Chow. If you ever watch this, for sending me the developer kit for Ricky and Vicky. But anyway, cart, not kit. Anyway, this was posted by the developer of Ricky and Vicky on the Atari Age, September 12th. And there's a link, and it says the developer talks about letting Atari know about getting the game compatible to 2600 plus, and it's totally doable, Tell Chow says. As you know, this person is telling me, Ricky and Vicky, and he's misspelling it, is probably the best home brew made for the 7800. Now, that's what's weird to me is, of course, it's on my website. It's the highest rated homebrew game, but all right.
Right.
A licensed official Atari retail release of Ricky and Vicky would be a big game for the 2600 plus, and the original carts are too expensive, which is true. They're selling for $400 and $500 now. I guarantee that thousands of copies would be sold. Now, I don't think Ricky and Vicky is going to be re-releasing physical carts, but I think what is happening in the real world is Albert this week has said that he's got the game drive to work on the 2600 plus.
Okay.
And so you told me, and somebody else, and maybe Tellchild told me that the game drive that is out has Ricky and Vicky on it already as a selling point. The Stone Age Gamer
Yeah,
sells us.
yeah. Even though the game drive works though, I wouldn't count on that working. Because anything that requires an additional chip is not working yet.
Okay. All right. So let me keep reading this
Okay,
mysterious
keep reading
email.
though. Okay.
Wade Rosen confirmed in a recent interview that Atari will be making new games for the 7800. Atari.
Okay. New
Atari.
new game. Right.
Not Bob and Muddy and
So
Vlad,
these
and
are new game, not the stuff that's been on Atari Age.
they're going to make new Atari 7800 games.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
That the 2600 plus will be able to play.
Okay.
So they're going to be marketed for the 2600 plus.
Okay.
Is that not awesome?
Yeah. Again, I'm wondering. Okay, keep going.
All right. Ben from I don't know what that word is. Recent post on the Atari 20 or the Atari Age 2600 Plus forum confirmed that Asteroids Deluxe and Failsafe are compatible now. And I will assume that many of the following games will be likely compatible. This is just him guessing. He lists EXO, Million Molly, Artie, Quistlecast, Night Guy games, Petsky Robots, all of Bobby D's games that are not removed from the homebrew store.
Okay.
I don't know if this is worth reading, but we'll do it anyway because I didn't check the rest of this. Atari will have realized from the feedback about the 2600 Plus that even Atari fans would prefer to see more 7800 games. I agree.
Yeah.
The 7800 will appeal to most retro gamers, especially in the US, due to its similarities to the NES. This demographic is important to Atari's future success. I would agree with that too. I guarantee this guy guarantees a lot for somebody I don't know.
Yeah.
I guarantee that when Atari releases the CX78 pad, it will become the controller of choice for the 2600 Plus. Now, have you heard that they're going to release, and the CX78 pad is the British pad, correct?
Yeah, as Saber just said, that's confirmed. So that I imagine too that
look at that, John.
I imagine too there will be a game with that, I would think. Just like with the paddle controller. I don't know that it will be a multi-cart. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll have some of the.
What if they came up with something freaking awesome though?
It'd be cool if they had a brand new game.
What game? What 7800 game? Because they came out with Popeye. That was going to be my. Daryl came out with Popeye. What is the 7800 game that you think is missing?
Oh, so you think they're going to do a port?
Yeah, maybe an Atari port, man. Like,
I mean,
there could be a Tempest.
Yeah, Tempest. I mean, I have a list of games I want to see on the 7800, but how many are Atari?
That's the problem. Black Widow has never been released.
Yeah, that'd be
Major Havoc, Gravatar.
Yeah. Black Widow. If you could use 2 sticks, that would be cool.
Again, I guess they won't do that with this, but there's a lot of, but an original homebrew would be cool too. So, but I'm sure it would be something.
I didn't know the CX78 was packed with the Atari 2600 Junior in Australia. So that's.
Wait a minute. Whoa, back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day.
Huh.
I didn't know that. Apparently.
That's awesome. The Lucky Devils.
Right.
Yeah, but you guys, you Australians have to shit upside down. So think about that.
Your toilet goes the wrong way.
That's right. So let's read the rest of this here. I'm almost done. I'm sure the U.S. base 7800. Okay. I'm sure most of the U.S. base 7800 system owners will buy a new CX78, even if they don't intend to buy a 2600 plus. I would.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah.
It would be a big product for Atari. Ricky and Vicky would also be the icing on the cake for the 2600 plus. What if they release Ricky and Vicky for the 2600 plus with the controller?
Now that would be pretty cool.
That would be huge.
How much do you think that would run though? They have to know what the secondary value is, but then again, there's the Steam value. What is the paddle going for?
39, and it comes with all those games too.
I don't think it would be 39. Do you?
I think
I'm thinking
50 bucks.
$50 for the two would be.
You come with Ricky and Vicky. You market it the 2600 plus as the brand new 7800, or you say, don't forget the 7800, whatever you add on to it, and then this here. I like what Saber says.
Yeah, I
here.
like what he said.
Clax, Sirius, and Pluto. The problem with Clax, though, is I think Clax is technically Midway Games, even though
You might be right.
It was Atari Games.
Well, that would be. Who owns Midway stuff? Midway ain't around anymore, are they?
Yeah, they're still kind of big. Like,
are they?
Yeah, didn't we say something like Activision just got bought by Xbox or something?
Yeah, they
or Microsoft. Midway is too big. I looked at it's Warner Brothers and stuff.
That's Warner, yeah.
It would be nice if Atari could pluck the Atari game. I'd love to see Paperboy, Zybots, Road Blasters. There's a million of them, dude. Assault, which is one of my favorite games. That's another dual stick game. There's a million little Atari games that was released. I'd love to see. God, man, Star Wars would be awesome on the 7800, dude. Can you imagine that? So I got an Atari Star Wars arcade machine right here. I should put that in the background. But yeah, that's one of my favorites.
That thing's cool. Yeah. That'll be really interesting to see what, if anything, they pack in with it. I mean, they would sell them without packing a game in, so they might not blow their load like that. But
it might be a multi-cart. It might be just something like Centipede.
If it's a multi-cart, it would be the smaller
Centipede.
Games.
All that stuff. Maybe Missile Command for 7800. Interesting. There's a lot of 7800 got skipped. Even though they had Food Fight, there was a lot of those games that they kept remaking that they missed out on.
I don't know though. I think because a lot of my issues with the XP series right now is like how many people really want to rebuy a new version of Outlaw or something. I'm not saying that that's not a good game, but we've had it available for a while, and I could still go to my corner game store and buy it for I think I just seen it for $2.99. I mean,
there's a difference, and Atari needs to realize this. There's a difference between releasing Berserk Enhanced,
right? That's what I was getting at
with the voice and the new robot behaviors, as opposed to re-releasing Outlaw,
right?
Which was really rudimentary back in 1979. I mean, it wasn't anything game-breaking or mind-blowing then.
And that's kind of what I was getting at is like Sabretooth said here, Sirius and Plutos would be cool. I don't know about those licensing issues, but
Tineware, I think it's
Tynesoft.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Rescue Soft did something with them.
Yes. And Lee Kruger hasn't been around since he released those things.
Yeah. But I'm thinking, they got to do something a little bigger. These more expensive games that they have need to be re-released so that people can experience them. I'm thinking Ninja Golf, Basket Brawl, Alien Brigade. Those are all, as much as $100 on eBay, or they were last time I checked. The market might be changing. Those need to be released in the XP packs. That's what I would want to see, I think, for re-releases. And I want, new stuff. But I think they should get away from the missile commands and stuff. Again, if like in that email, it said this is going to appeal to the, being more of an NES style system or closer to it.
Well, then one game comes to mind.
Yep.
Bentley Bear's Crystal Quest.
Yep.
If you want to get if you want to get the NES people, I mean, there's probably nothing more. God, Ricky and Vicky's there too. But
Ricky and Vicky, Bentley Bear, I'd say Night Guy to an extent.
Bentley Bear may be more digestible, or it may be more of a ubiquitous appeal than Ricky and Vicky, which is more of a puzzle game, even though it's fantastic. Bentley Bear is the run and gun. It's a run and gun version of what do you call those? Rolling Thunder's one. What's the genre?
What is it? Run and gun?
Maybe it is. Maybe it is a run and gun. It's whatever that one is. It's a run and gun version of Super Mario. So I think
right. It's basically Wonder Boy or Adventure Island, basically.
Yeah. And so I think that may be. I mean, can you imagine being? Because everybody in here knows about Crystal Quest and shit that we're chatting with and stuff. But can you imagine being a guy going, "This is an Atari game from back in the day." Now, Planet Smashers needs to be on recharged. You take the same. Because Planet Smashers and Fatal Run to me have the same fatal flaw, pardon the pun, is there's things that I wish I could go in and fix. I see movies like that all the time where I wish I can go in and fix the movie. But Planet Smashers needs to be more vertically based instead of horizontal, because that's kind of gets annoying. Also, the sound effects is garbage. They need to redo this, and all you have to do is fix the laser and maybe make a small beat track. And you fix Planet Smashers. But Planet Smashers Recharged would be tremendous if you kept the same, the Earth Shield, the Warp, the boss battles, bada boom.
Yeah, I was going to say I'd fix the sound would probably be the main thing.
Yeah, if you're going to keep it in the 7800, make it enhanced or Berserk enhanced, right? Planet Smashers enhanced,
or even like they did with Mr. Run and Jump. You can have the recharge version and then 7800 version,
2600 version.
Yeah, for Run and Jump, but in that case,
make a 7800 version.
Yeah, right. Make a modern recharge version and then put all your fixes in.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting.
Yeah, but I'd love to see a Fatal Run recharged.
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought of when I saw that XP release.
Well, brother, I got to run. I got to go slap a dude. Owes me about $300. I know you don't feel good.
Damn.
And thanks. I got to say, I got to hold him over a bridge for a little while. So no big deal. He's skinny. I did my deep knee squats, my Hindu squats this morning. I'm ready to go. But well, brother, thank you for everything. You did a great job. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful that you had me on your successful podcast, and I'm just this meager old man, and I'm over here before I die. You're just letting me lick the mustard out of the jar a little bit.
Yeah, because I took over the Atari 7800 Forever podcast based off the website you've been running for 20 years now. So
well, you've taken over my website too. You do more content than I do, right?
Oh now, yeah. Well, what can you do?
Hey, what you gonna do?
I appreciate. Yeah, I gotta lay down. I'm seeing about 3 Vinnies, and my dogs are about finished with WrestleMania.
Yeah, the dogs are wanting. I don't know. Maybe they're like one of those little support animals, and they think they know you got COVID now, and they're trying to tell you.
They're trying. Yeah, could be.
All right, guys. So
all right.
what we'll do? Make sure you check out Atari7800forever.com. We constantly trying to put up reviews. We got a whole batch of Atari 7800 games coming in. We're going to have to review soon. And John's channel, if you're on mine, is the Atari Network on YouTube. Huge. It is huge. Somebody just gave you $20, John.
Oh, they gave it to us. I'll give you 10.
Oh, God. So you just
that's our
dude.
No, that's our good friend.
Socrates.
The philosopher.
Yeah, the philosopher. Well, we got $20 from a damn Greek legend. Thank you, man.
Well, thank you, man. We appreciate all you guys, of course. And if you're on my channel, be sure to follow Vinny over at bigandfunkyproductions.com. Check out his movies too. Get on Amazon, or is Camp Smokey streaming yet?
It's not, but we've got check out The Hike on Tubi, WJCAM, which is kind of like my life story.
I like that one. That's my.
Did you watch The Hike yet?
I haven't watched The Hike. No.
Oh, you gotta watch that one too.
Yeah.
But anyway, Camp Smokey's coming out, and also Vinny's Fantastic Rock and Roll Adventure, which was made by another company. Now, also on my channel, I'm going to mess up my algorithm even more. Next year, we're going to start redoing our paranormal. Right before I got on, I was booking a paranormal gig. our paranormal TV show, Wrestling with Ghosts. I'm going to start releasing that on YouTube, and then also me and Luke Walker, who's the giant in the movies, and he's one of my closest friends. He's my tag team partner in wrestling. He he and I ran a wrestling show in 2016 for Fox, and we got fired after 6 months. So we're going to start releasing those episodes of our pro wrestling escapades, so you guys can enjoy that too. So a lot of weird stuff happening on the Big and Funky Productions page. But thank you, John, for the shout out. And thank you, guys. I really appreciate you, and I look forward to this podcast, man. I really do.
Yeah, I do too. Especially when I'm feeling good, I look forward. Even today, I didn't want to cancel or anything like that because I do look forward to talking to you and everybody on here. Jolt, Sabretooth, Obsidian.
Well, you can't start listing people. Stop. You can't.
I have to say thanks to Socrates because man, I'm thinking.
You can't start listing people, or you're going to leave one out, and then they're going to be sad.
And they're going to be sad. Everybody.
And you don't mean, you just say everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thank you. And damn, there's there's a lot of Atari news. It's almost like they need us right now.
Almost.
So.
Yep.
And Atari, if you're smart, hire me and John.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything bad about the guys that you have, but I'd rather watch paint dry.
Yeah.
They suck.
What can you do?
All
right. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks again, Socrates. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right, man. Merry Christmas.
Merry